Yɛsan so ma mɔkɔ aba bi de ba pepe sɔres channel no so ɛwɔ YouTube. Ɛda mo ase sɛ abere ne abere biara no mogu so na mohwɛ yɛn. Yɛni sɔ hwɛ a mohwɛ yɛn no. Ɛkwan yɛfa so a mokura yɛn mu. In recent times, one thing that I'm encouraged so much ɛyɛ messages ahodoɔ yɛ a mode ɛba nkɔfo kyerɛ wɔn adwene. Na ka kyerɛ sɛ ha we will not block you. But what we'll do is say the message be a attendee bi na the producers will go and read and then they will take it out. The AJ decided say sebi and penny for pana her channel way. And penny for pana her channel way. So it is unacceptable say ebi an my story wona me nyadwene. But all the wona me nyadwene why you must insult. That is not a mark of maturity. Obi a wenyini matured person. You don't need to insult to make your point. You must state your point and state it firmly without insult. Miss Anamete, see, for instance, I said it in my video, say, meaning an app in Krakosewa, and in paying for a trans prospect. I stated why I don't agree with them. But the fact that I don't agree with them just on what you. The fact that women and just on what it only means that I don't agree. And it also means that they don't agree with me. You don't want to take a decision. My late father used to tell me something. And it ends there. No insult should be added to this. It's a message is about you state your point, you explain, baby pepe. We know my dreams are prosper, nyadi asa open prosper some no. Then we discuss. Prosper nete ugu. Senya kotono baya. Let me nimno. Even though I schooled at the University of Cape Coast, but he's not somebody you know in University of Cape Coast. So I didn't know him until he joined Kotoko. In fact, in his first spell at Kotoko Crown, I was not closer to him. Yes, in recent times we've been friends. Inverted commas begin and close. But I've always stated my points. Ebra Kotoko 5 games without a win in the first round. I called for his resignation. I am a firm and a fair person. Sana metie. Enti yani je ho unsubscribe to channel and subscribe FMI. Subscribe CCA. Share dwumadi ma afoforo enso enhwe bi no mo hu se bi papa bi ekoso ewa ha. It will surprise you to know say there are YouTube channels are more over 100 million subscribers. But people will be in that. So as we have there was a time we call a very popular radio station in Accra. Huge radio station in Accra. Now Papa will be a town at the radio station anymore. And will be Busan say or pay radio station. I say, sir, maybe a dining even know you know. And that day, as a marketer, a chairman dear Bako, that day, as a marketer, it taught me one thing, one lesson. It has been guiding me over the period. Don't always think say be anymore. You probably be granted that. Be brain say or channel there. If any people so channel that or YouTube no so. Enti, but more the answer share na afufro and so enya bi ahwe. Medical confirm the amasa Asante Kotoko. One NS coach Abdul Karim Zito confirmed. Yes, enche officially I'm sure today I don't know if an official unveiling will be done. I don't know if a normal publication on the media handles of Kotoko or whatever form it will take. But I can confirm to you, and we've done that video. Now, target men I'm paying for Ediama Abdul Karim Zito. Zito, remember, is coming in at a time. Kotoko the semi-finals of the MTNFA Cup. Kotoko 6 games to play in the Ghana Premier League. They are fourth. Asante are fourth. One more any Pando out of Lions. The same number of points. But Kotoko are dropping to fourth. And I'm sure it is because of the head-to-head. Which of me no mabo. It is when say Yanko Pegu a chira coin for Pando out of Lions. Eshe Kotoko 2-0. Kotoko home 1-0. Kotoko home. And a Kotoko then the ball draw 1-1. So Pando out of Lions will always lead Kotoko because a head-to-head and a Ghana yet a Nyoma. Yet and say the new coach in the Kotoko and Edin Kitahon Dada. In fact, Assembly Before Kotoko Ekwakobo Omo any nations game, apparently friends in the coaching industry had communicated to Dr. Ugum say, now other only Kotoko more warrior to say because Kotoko started to coach. And names were mentioned. Names were mentioned. Oh, Kotokoni coach we had in Komo, Kotokoni coach we had in Komo, Kotokoni coach we had in Komo. Emma prosper nete Ugum ete. And I hear he questioned Nana Pinkra. I said, Nana, what is happening? Are they a human emoji? And yes, one has any coaches aiding. Sometimes, yeah, now I deal with him and because Kotoko were also thinking, say, 1 year initial engagement with other coaches. Na ufiti ya upam coach na. After now, I started that process. I could play coach. Inti, it was a difficult thing for the management of Kotoko. But before the Kotoko game on Sunday with Nations, Prosper Nete Ogu had people call him and Omoka Chen say, Kotoko started to coach. You know, we had dinko. In fact, I'm the Nipana Kotoko no dinko, only be crown. Eka Prosper was the coach. At the day, because Unko for some coach. Inti, it became quite difficult. Say, Prosper Juma, now Kotoko so AP coach. No, what is a Kotoko AP coach? And I can confirm to you, say, Prosper, a question Nana Pinkra, and also Busa Nana Pinkra, a Busa coach James Kwesiapia say, at the Moyi Mediana, and a matter say, Mashasia, Mope coaches, and no air discussion, a course. But I think at that time, the decision had been firmed up that Kotoko were just looking at the game of many nations. It may checks, say, other coaches are Kotoko from Yamuka say, yeah, almost game across one nations. Should Kotoko come away with the win, then a bit difficult to coach or with the game also. They will now allow the coach to maybe finish the season. But discussions were ongoing. And at that time, Kotoko, any would come on much loud your mope. And in this particular video, Asante Kotoko target by and on the ama coach Karim Zito. I will the next coach of Kotoko. And then target and I could asset at the man. And clear say the target is to win the Ghana Premier League and to win the FA Cup. Obi say, hey, Pepe, but on Yaman America, we are the management of Kotoko. The targeter, almost setting Abdul Karim Zito. And I'm sure so many Zito can say, way, as long as Zito, Ejatum Abejajman. And Nana can say, one of the reasons here, I was not too comfortable with the timing to sack Ogun. Hey, because any coach you bring in will have the excuse to say, I'm starting season, and a season, you're starting, say, and I say, to one way, you'll be given the coach, the opportunity to get an excuse, Senyoma Ankoya. And so that was one of the reasons in here, because I'm not too comfortable with the decision to sack Ogun at the time. But hey, the decision makers, Omo Kabi Womuno, Atanase, I'm sure Nana Pinkra, James Kwesiapia, and then paying for Omo Transe, a thorough discussion on this matter before they arrived at that decision. And Nuntina management, a certain target, and the coach, and they say, wow, you are still coming in to fulfill the ambitions, the objectives, and our aims at the start of the season. Aims and I want to quote Asante Kotoko's communications director, Samuel Safu Duku Esquire, Mamin Kutuno. We will continue to do our utmost to win the double as promised. As I speak to you now, we are still on course, even though it has become a bit difficult, especially with the league title, considering the fact that we have been in the lead for weeks, even though it was not a comfortable one. But for us to lose the first spot today, and with a 6 points margin, it becomes difficult. It appears to be a challenging task, but given the points at stake, we may be able to reclaim the virtually lost crown. So we will continue to put in our best, and whoever takes charge as a new coach will continue with the mission, because this is Kotoko. and Kotoko goes into every competition as the favorites. This is what the club is known for. So the goal of winning the double is still on the table for whoever takes charge of Kotoko. This is the quotation I was looking for. And clearly, Asante Kotoko, and that's what Ejina say. Coach Abdul Karim Zito must settle on him to be the next coach of Kotoko. He is supposed to come and win the league title and the FA Cup for Asante Kotoko. Obibusa say, Pepe, we are realistic, achievable. The last time now we're doing some discussion, and catch say anytime you are setting a target in strategic management, we have a principle that we say you must use the SMART factors. SMART factors. So SMART, an acronym. The SMART. S stands for simple. Target must be simple. The objective must be simple. The aim must be simple. M is measurable. Oh, set a target, you should be able to measure target now. The man and say you vague. Go and do well. Why not? Eventually, whether you do well. And to go and win the league, go and win the FA Cup. That's a measurable target. So what I say, standing for achievable. Achievable. At the end of the day, unyamia ni depending now we sure say idea nipa ye be o achieve be o materials na the league no o materials na the FA Cup. Now are you in a position to win? Untimi mfa coach say Accra Lions anka je zonko league. If all the points are na ya add to Accra Lions on the league no. Enti is it achievable, attainable? Then the R in there stands for realistic. Idea na catch them realistic. Then the T stands for timely, timeous, time bound. So I'm sure Asante Kotoko management, having analyzed the objective mission of the new coach, using the SMART factors, arrive at the decision, say, yes, the coach should come in to win the league and to win the FA Cup. For me, FA Cup, the other day, Kotoko a semi-final game with club and the Brecum Chelsea on the 11th of May. So that game, 11th of May. Omubo ewi ni pe omukọ finals. Finals of the FA Cup. Kotoko etimi advance pe obeshia a division 1 side. Unim say this season FA Cup. Kotoko first game on the Premier League team ebebo. On the Brecum Chelsea game. The akani nyina no onam tentenwa or share with Future Stars division 1 side. And no ball accelerate. And division 2 side. And Kotoko ifri ho a ball 11 wise a division 1 side. And no ball True Democracy a division 1 side. And Obo Brecum Chelsea no shana. Remember another division 1 side. Inti Kotoko winning the FA Cup for me, I am more realistic. Actually, league in a day, almost 6 points off. But of course, with 18 more points to fight for 6 games, and Aka, Untimi and Kasa Kotoko, in a chance, they have a chance. But the chance or the shot at winning the FA Cup, I am more brighter. I know a bay or more a chance. One of the other one, which is the league, but comparing for a certain target, coach. And this is Samuel Safoduku, a squad, the communications director of Asante Kotoko. And na Eka say, Tiemaminko to be. It appears to be a challenging task, but given the points at stake, we may be able to reclaim the virtually lost crown. So they believe that they accept that almost lost, it is almost gone, but they may be able to reclaim it. So we will continue to put in our best, and whoever takes charge as the new coach. Now, whoever takes charge is Karim Zito. So, Karim Zito taking charge now will continue with the mission because this is Kotoko. And Kotoko goes into every competition as the favorites. This is what the club is known for. So, the goal of winning the double is still on the table for Karim Zito, who is taking charge. We may not mind it today, Karim Zito, it's still on the table for whoever takes charge. But because I know Karim Zito is the one taking charge, and I'm doing the Abishal. This is the targeter, because Asante, the Ama, the coach, so on your new coach, or my Mojuma and Famo. No be able some speculations be a cost. Yes, it prosper. And the boys need now problem. Yes, coach, and only players no contour, and coach, no more dear. It is not true. But make Obi ka say Pepe who defend the coach. Ya Musa players no obey or players normally coach the edgeman. Na say bi kai say players bia o mo bokos kokko e be keka bi. Me agada say e na ko Libya buy na team ye training na okochia wo na okoy na obi e man fans na coach na ko man fans agadas. Who expect Prosper one of my fans say and I kai say Solobo Savutela so be keka bi. Get closer to players like Blay. In fact, Emmanuel, Lord Amwano, get closer to players to Patrick room. Almost all the players at Kotoko today, and ask them of their view of the coach. Of course, when a human being, you're not perfect, but the players will tell you so through our ways. Safuduku and I had touch of Safu, a dear opportunity and a management. It takes our decisions on Prosper. So officially, Kotoko's reason, this is the official reason Kotoko Ediama. They didn't talk about coach, any players problem. They didn't talk about coach, any management or problem. They didn't talk about coach, any supporters or problem. The Kotoko communication director said this, and with your permission, Yenkoti, I said Prosper Ogum's dismissal is solely based on performance. Ogun, we are going to the deal. A based on performance. Nothing else a part. Safuduku a Kasimbi. Make go to Ediacho. It is not just about the outcome of the match with nations. Some will say we are only 6 points behind the leaders, Gold Stars. But it is much more than that because we're on top by just a point or two. And we're tied with the second place team at a point in time. Looking at the trend, we started off so horribly and then things started to improve. And now we are sinking. What do you expect? There is no debate about Ogum's competence. He is among the best in the country. I want to say, we go to the mountain. So the notion, the view of the Kotoko management is that it is not that Prosper Ogum is incompetent. But the fact that results is not coming as they want it, and clearly somebody must go. However, in football, there will be instances when things are not going well for the technical staff. In such cases, the best solution is to hire a new technical coach to take charge. So it is never the case that the coach is not excellent. We believe that Ogum has done everything he could do. It is simply that his best has not been enough. So it is only right that we change the technical team's direction. We gave him complete freedom to recruit players of his choice. So if the players aren't performing and management, including all stakeholders, is doing its part, it has become clear that the entire thing is about performance. Who is responsible for improving the team's performance? It is the technical team. We have considered all other criteria and have come to the decision that it will be the best interest of both sides to go our separate ways. This is the official reason why Prosper Nete Ogum was sacked at Kotoko. Say, because command freedom to recruit his players. And Mokaya, sir, freedom no kwade ne free man share bad direct. And untina, yes, obedient mean kase management owi, supporters owo, and impanyfo bi and recommended players. But recommended player eba Kotoko, the player will have to come and justify for Prosper to make the assessment. So the final authority in choosing players not arrested with Prosper Ogum. Obiaka a different thing. Chawakata is a paper saying no. Prosper Obi the player. Monkai boy be and delivered to Samoa. Wabo Spain. Not the amount Real Valladolid. Or by now a recommendation from Kotoko legend Safo Jemfi. A branch be training with the club. Not Prosper in your case started. You ever started season not Prosper in your. Obriki a time of sign back. Obey training with Kotoko. Emma Prosper observe. Prosper said on Timmy on pair and no one. Boy is not Kotoko. Obia had to come and justify his inclusion. Now Prosper Ogum at Transi, no, I take the decision because or no, and a Krura or Asante Team Wura, a man that mandate say about players recruitment, player talk, Eba Kotoko. It should be the sole mandate of the man prosper o enti management so ho wa na do players aba and na dru ba bi na ye da soro dru ba bi na ye go stars abepe afi ye kofom enti what do? We need to study the ship, and to study the ship what we need to do is to change the captain, because be a captain no and na ehunu so na yemfa new captain emra steer the ship be on the oba or experience on the baby or the cold one far, even though there are tidal waves, there are storms, but this is one why I change on how or best study the ship. This is the simple reason why Prosper Ogun was sacked. It is not about his competence, it is not about any extra thing on the place on the management there be. Asante say performance na paying for a panel and tesa and performance then tesa there, then what you can change. As in football, until change players midway through the season. I can't 6 matches about no man go. To your management, what can you do? The easy target, the easy thing to touch, and the technical direction. So we change the coach. In fact, Kotoko, our assistant coach, be cracker management and go. Sometimes you change and allow the assistant coach to even continue. No about season every or now reorganize it. It may kai okay say Jose Mourinho and auditorium hospice I qualify Ecobo the finals of the Carabao Cup. 8 days to the finals. Tottenham take a decision say only Jose Mourinho away. Yet Mourinho playing in finals. Anyhow, the possibility of him winning the final and a trophy, but only we Emma he had to enter Ryan Mason as will be at the Cobos game. So sir and a tear and so sometimes and you might change now acquire. So that is the reason Kotoko HNG coach, you know, and so and again with the amount say the target is for the coach to win the double and not any target Kotoko. Asante and the other coach and the Abdul Karim Zito. The double is still on. Win the league for us, win the FA Cup for us, take us to Africa. Now performance and now we are going to do African ground. Chilebi FMI. Yadamasi say Muguso na Moshe. Yadamasi. And then there were a lot of stories and yede ebemo. News just coming in. And it's Asante Kotoko. Back to staff technical team now can Obia Airborne. Details.